recording? Yes. Hey everybody, welcome to a Friday morning wellness movement break. My name is Dwayne and I'm going to lead you through some fairly gentle movements today. We're going to do some upper body work and then some specific hand work, okay? Because I know all of us are spending time mousing and keyboarding far too much. Okay, I'll invite you to stand up. Or if you're seating on a chair that doesn't have any arms, you can actually stay seated if you want. I'm just going to make an adjustment here to my stuff. But obviously, sitting is something that we can do so easily. So let's stand up. Stand nice and tall again. Face pointed straight forwards, which means a little bit of a chin tuck usually, and then tall from the top of the head. All right. And then just stand there and relax and take one nice, really deep breath to begin. Okay, let's turn the arms so the palms face forwards, okay? And we're gonna do our best impression of first day in swimming lessons when we're learning to scull and not drown. So we probably have the flotation belt on or maybe a life jacket. And the lifeguard is telling us to wiggle our arms a little bit. So the movement that we're going to do today is a gentle push forwards, okay? It's an acceleration forwards. Now we draw back just as though you're trying to move water, okay? That's our movement. So here we go. Off we go. Just have a gentle little pulse to the front. The elbows stay stiff, okay? And here's the trick. Relax the shoulders, let the shoulders drop, okay? They don't have to contribute to this. So relax shoulders, but you guessed it, tight tummy. That's where a lot of your oomph is actually gonna come to, okay? 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're gonna do a couple different directions like that. So yeah, so there's the drill. Moving the arms with a little bit of snap, but resisting the urge to shrug. So that's always good for us to relax those upper trap muscles. And then using our stomach to hold tight. All right, this time palms face backwards. All right, palms face backwards. And now we're pulsing backwards. It's a very small motion and it can be as vigorous or as gentle as you want, but have at least a bit of a oomph to it, okay? All right, again, you're breathing all the way in, all the way out. You should feel some air like whoosh around your hands. Whoops, okay? Nice. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. Okay. Third position. Our arms are going to start away from our body a little bit, okay? So not 45 degrees, less than that, okay? And now we're going to swoosh the air against our legs. Kind of like you do in the bathtub with the water. You might swoosh it over your legs to see if it's warm or cold. All right, so we're going to pulse towards the legs, all right? When you raise the arms back up, that should be a relaxing, gentle upwards motion, okay? Your force is pushing the air towards your thighs, okay? You're feeling your armpits vigorously squeeze tight, okay? And then it's almost like your hands bounce off the bottom and float back up to their starting position. Remember that breathing thing? 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. Remember, whenever anybody like me says, relax, I really do mean relax everything as much as possible. All right, so now we're going to keep our hands facing our thighs, but we're going to start near the thighs and we're going to pulse outward. I'd love to do this with palms facing outward. I just don't think that's really a good position for any of us to be in. I don't really, anyway, so palms facing the thighs, okay? And we're going to swoosh outwards, 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 okay? Now the shoulder muscle, like the deltoid, the actual shoulder is actually doing quite a bit of work, but we're still relaxing the top part of the shoulders. Relaxing and letting the shoulders get far away from the ears. This would be like a version of your reaction when someone scares you. Get it? Tight tummy. You're just preparing to get scared later on. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. All right. Let's try that arm swing that I was doing last week. I think it was last week. So this is just a gentle swing. The goal is to have zero pressure or tension in the hands. So there's a bit of a flick to the fingers, okay? This is that cold survival technique. If you're out shoveling a driveway or going for a walk and your fingers get cold, this is how you keep them back up. It's also how to get blood back in your hands after you've been caught 4 hours straight sitting at your computer typing and mousing. This is how you get some fluid back in your fingers, okay? 3, 2, 1, and bring that down. Okay, I'm gonna come into your space here a little bit, so don't scare yourself. All right, I'm getting right up in there now. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of hand work. So let's go, I'm gonna go left hand, so I'll say left hand. Doesn't matter which hand you use, but left hand here. What I want you to do is we're gonna be opening and closing the hand. When I say open the hand, I really mean open as far as possible. So if possible, almost like the thumb and the finger, the little finger go the other way. So you're really trying to get that distance as far as possible. Then we're gonna close and touch a finger, okay? So listen closely, because I'm gonna tell you which finger to touch, all right? So I'm gonna open the left hand all the way, and then thumb to little finger. Open, thumb to ring finger. Open, thumb to middle finger. Open, thumb to first finger, and then open and relax. Perfect. All right, other hand. Call it the right one. Open, and then thumb to little finger. Open, thumb to ring finger. Open, thumb to middle finger. Open, thumb to index finger. And then one last open and relax. You might notice that as you open your hand, if you've never done this before, you might feel like it's opening more and more and more. And that's obviously what we're shooting for. Okay, back to the left hand. This time, same routine, except when we touch, we're gonna squeeze a little bit. So squeeze as long as I squeeze, all right? And as hard as you want to. I would suggest like maybe a level out of like 5 to 6 out of 10. So you're not trying to break your finger, you're just trying to create some pressure, okay? All right, open the left hand, and then thumb to little finger and squeeze, 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 and now open, and then thumb to ring finger, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now open, thumb to middle finger, squeeze, 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 and then open, thumb to index finger, squeeze, squeeze, and then one last open, big open, and relax. I'm doing this seated because of how my camera arrangement works out here. I would totally encourage you, forgot to mention, to stay standing for all of this. All right, right hand. Here we go. Open, and then thumb to little finger, squeeze, 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 and then open, thumb to ring finger, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open, thumb to middle finger, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now open, thumb to index finger, squeeze, 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 and open. All right. We're going to do one more round of that. If you've noticed that when you're squeezing some of these fingers together, the rest of your hand seems to have a bit of a seizure or twist itself up in a knot, that's actually really normal. Just has to do with how the whole anatomy structure is in your forearm. The index finger has its own muscle, but the other three don't. They're connected. So when you try to do one and they all go together, that's normal. Okay. Unless, of course, you played the violin and you figured out how to separate those things. Okay, left hand, and I'm not making that up. That's somehow those people have figured that out. Okay, open the hand really wide. Now thumb to little finger and squeeze quite hard. Let's go like almost as hard as you can and then open. Perfect. Thumb to ring finger and squeeze, 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 and open. Thumb to middle finger and squeeze hard. Open, Thumb to index finger, squeeze, 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 and open. Perfect. Let's do the other hand. All right. Right hand, thumb to middle finger, sorry, thumb to little finger. I'm getting confused. Squeeze hard, 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 and open. All right, thumb to ring finger. Squeeze, 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 and open. Thumb to middle finger. Squeeze, 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 and open. Thumb to index finger, and squeeze, 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 and open. All right, perfect. I'm not sure if it's a point of concern if I can't remember which finger is next. Huh, oh well, okay, I'm sure I'm fine. All right, let's bring these hands together. Palms together, interweave the fingers, and just make a nice little figure eight. Or if this looks like a circle to you, then we'll call it a circle, okay? Perfect. This can be as fast or slow as you like, okay? The range of motion can be gentle, or it can be as twisty as you can possibly make it, okay? You've obviously chosen the direction that suits you the best, so try to go the other way. There is no benefit to that other than it's a bit of a brain teaser because now your tongue changed position in your mouth, right? As you tried to accomplish this different rotation. So it's just more of a fun thing. All right, back to the whatever feels right. Keep this smooth. It should be smooth. It should be like you're in a Jackie Chan movie and you've got a weapon of some kind in your hand, okay? And speed it up. How fast can you go, but still make it look good? Because as we know, for the most part, the important thing is that this looks good, right? 3, 2, 1, and shut that down. All right, that's our hand stuff for the day. But you don't get to go yet, unless of course you want to. I got 3 minutes left for you. So we're gonna stand back up if you did sit down. Bring our feet right together, okay? And you might notice, oftentimes when I'm in these positions, I do this little bobble hop, which I've noticed when I watch the video later. That's just me checking my knees, okay? To make sure that I haven't just pogo sticked them and I'm just rock solid. I bend them and then I settle in this nice soft knee position. So it's kind of like how a sprinter shakes himself out at the beginning of a race. I just do a check to see if I'm in the right place. That's what that is. You can do it too. All right. Right leg is going to swing out to the side, and you're going to hold it there, okay? If your balance is really wonky, then you might just touch the toe to the ground gently to keep your balance, or your right foot doesn't touch the floor, and you're just simply balancing here, okay? Your foot can be farther away from you if you like. It can be really close together if you want, but let's keep that right foot off the floor. And then we're going to do a quick check on, you guessed it, your breathing. Because balance is often accompanied with, right? And that just messes with our balance. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring these feet back together. Yeah, so that's a little secret. Balance, the key to balance is keep breathing. Left foot swings out to the side as far as you like. Hopefully it's off the ground. If it has to barely touch, then that's cool too. Really what I want is for your right leg to do some work before your butt cheeks meet your chair again, okay? We're holding, we're holding, we're holding, we're breathing, we're wondering why we're wobbling around. 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, we're gonna do one more of those and I'm gonna do a quick foot check on you, okay? So if you can see my feet, I want you to check to see when you lifted your right foot out to the side, did your toe turn out? Or did your toe still point forwards just like your left foot is? What we want is your feet to both still point forwards. So the toeing out thing, we want to get away from that. So really push the heel out more than anything. All right, we're doing it. Right foot swings out. Check that foot. If you were really pointing your toe out and now you've made the adjustment, you'd now probably find this a lot more difficult. So you're welcome. That's kind of the point to almost everything we do. What's the harder way? That's the right way. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. All right, left foot swings out and then lead with the heel. So the left foot points in the same direction as the right foot, both forwards, okay? And then just breathe and relax. except for that right bum cheek. It's not relaxed at all. It's working vigorously. But the rest of you can just kind of be here, okay? Oh, I just saw my toe point out to the side. Yikes. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and bring those together. Perfect. One last big, deep breath all the way in. And then all the way out. Perfect. That's Friday morning wellness break. Good luck with the rest of your day. I will see you Monday. Take care.